Hello everyone, it's Tanya Eklund in Calgary, and I'm coming to you today just to share a few things with you that I'm going through in my business. I want to talk to you about mindset, and I want to talk to you about routine. And both of these things are something that I've worked on, and as fellow entrepreneurs that are listening, I'm really excited to hear what you guys have to say as well, because I think it's such a collaborative effort right now that we're coming together, and really great minds are coming together to share tips and tricks of things that are helping us get through this and navigate through this uncharted territory that we're all in. In Calgary, if you're not listening from Calgary, but in Calgary, we're dealing with two things. We're dealing with COVID, the pandemic, and then we're dealing with a looming energy crisis that's in front of us. And so when this first started, I remember vividly, I was standing up when I heard the news that our kids weren't going to school the next day. And as a parent, to be given less than 24 hours to prepare for that, that really got real to me. And at that point, I was probably about a 60-40, meaning 60% mental capacity was great and 40% was not good. And a week later, you go into crisis mode, you're doing temporary layoffs, you're understanding, your costs, your variable costs in your business, and understanding, what to do, because we didn't know how bad it was going to be and how long it was going to be. And so I decided early on that I was really going to work on my mindset, and I wanted to be 80-20. And today I'm sitting here and I'm happy to say I'm 95-5. So I'm going to share with you a couple of things that I did to get my mindset to that 95-5. The first, and super easy, and I know it's so trending right now, but it's something that I really did do, and reminding myself of the things that I'm grateful for. The things that I'm grateful for are my healthy marriage, my children, the health of my children, and the relationships that I have. And I really, on a daily basis, just gave thanks for those things, because I knew that those were constants in my life, and I knew that those were the things that were gonna get me through, what we're going through. And so just reminding yourself that we are going through this, and that it is what it is, but these are the things that on a daily basis bring me happiness and bring me joy. I really worked on relationships, and I really worked on community. My business, I'm not gonna say fell to the wayside, but it became second in importance, and community and friends and family became first, especially for April, because we just weren't doing the sales and we just weren't doing the business. And the gratitude that I have really, I believe, has helped me bring myself through this. The second thing that has really brought me through this is getting away from the media. And I think it's really hard in the first 30 days because there was so much information, and there still is, but so much going on and so much unknown with COVID and with what's going on in the energy sector. And I found myself every night on media, watching it and listening to it, and all these different news channels of all this different information. And it was very overwhelming. And if you followed media throughout the years, it's always very negative. People do not report on the positive, because that is not what sells. It's just like we say sex sells, and negative, fearful media sells. And so about 3 weeks in, I realized that I needed to remove myself from that. The only real facts that I listen to are the health minister, facts from Alberta Health as far as the numbers, because I think it is still good to be aware of the actual facts and the numbers. But I think it's easy to go down that rabbit hole, and, people are talking about conspiracy theories, and that is not, even if you believe in that, that is not a healthy way to live your day-to-day life. And so I really got away from the mainstream media, really focused on the facts. And I always joke and I say, ignorance is bliss. And I have kind of lived in this, my own little bubble of just living my life every day, getting up, focusing on the things that I can control. And that is easier said than done, but it has really shifted my mindset. And today I can happily tell you with complete vulnerability and honesty that I am 95-5. And, you have these little trickles of weakness. I was on my phone this morning and saw one little snippet of the news that they're thinking this wave is going to come back in September, and be prepared. And so for a split second, I was probably 90-10. And then I just was like, yeah, you know what? They don't even know. And I'm back up to 95-5. So I work in percentages right now, and I'm going to be okay with 90-10, and anything under that, I'm going to try to shift my mindset. The other thing I'm going to quickly talk on is still the importance of routine. And I think once things opening up and we start to get busy again, we're going to get back into our routine. But I realized early on with my own routine what I am and what I'm not. And I know it's really trendy right now to say, I wake up at 5, I get my workout in, I journal, I meditate. And that is kind of what the trend is for entrepreneurs. It's really great that you realize what you are and aren't. And I know that I am not that. I know that I'm more effective if I get 8 hours sleep. If I wake up at 7:30, I have my morning routine, and I'm a night owl. So oftentimes I'm up on my computer till 11 or 12 at night, and that's okay. So be okay with what you are, recognize what you are. Don't try to fit into the mold of something that you're not. And those are just a couple of things that I have found have helped me out in the last 60 days of these kind of crazy times that we're in. The last thing I'm going to leave with you, the last nugget, is just hope and faith. And I have a lot of hope that we're going to be okay. And I know we are. We are a resilient culture, especially here in Calgary and Alberta with the energy sector. We are resilient, and we may have some rough waters ahead, but I tend to look at the future and the big picture of what do things look like 2, 3, 4 years from now, not this short little valley that we're going into. So remember to have hope and faith, because I truly believe that that is what is going to get us through. Thank you.